I'm going to read a portion of a chapter titled The Ascent, which is the first chapter in part 4 of Aleksandr Solzhenitsyn's The Gulag, Archipelago. He begins by discussing the prisoner's frame of mind upon his incarceration and sort of the stages that the prisoner goes through as he accommodates himself psychologically to the position he's in. We often talk about this in the United States with a phrase that's been very popular during my lifetime, by any means necessary. And I've never seen anybody really break down this phrase in the way Solzhenitsyn does. By any means necessary is not the words he uses, but he's talking about the essential concept. Then there begins the period of transit prisons. Interspersed with our thoughts about our future camp, we now love to recall our past, how well we used to live, even if we lived badly. But how many unused opportunities there were, how many flowers we left uncrumpled. When will we now make up for it? If I only managed to survive, oh, how differently, how wisely I am going to live. The day of our future release, it shines like a rising sun. And the conclusion is, survive to reach it, survive at any price. This is simply a turn of phrase, a sort of habit of speech, at any price. But then the words swell up with their full meaning, and an awesome vow takes shape, to survive at any price. And whoever takes that vow, whoever does not blink before its crimson burst, allows his own misfortune to overshadow both the entire common misfortune and the whole world. This is the great fork of camp life. From this point, the roads go to the right and to the left. One of them will rise and the other will descend. If you go to the right, you lose your life, and if you go to the left, you lose your conscience. One's own order to oneself, survive, is the natural splash of a living person. Who does not wish to survive? Who does not have the right to survive, straining all the strength of our body, an order to all our cells? Survive. A powerful charge is introduced into the chest cavity, and the heart is surrounded by an electrical cloud so as not to stop beating. ... But simply to survive does not yet mean at any price. At any price means at the price of someone else. Let us admit the truth. At that great fork in the camp road, at that great divider of souls, it was not the majority of the prisoners that turned to the right. Alas, not the majority. But fortunately, neither was it just a few. There are many of them, human beings, who made this choice. But they did not shout about themselves. You had to look closely to see them. Dozens of times this same choice had arisen before them too, but they always knew, and knew their own stand. Aleksandr Solzhenitsyn, The Gulag Archipelago.